And now another incredible inspirational figure comes before you, and that is Jane Rigby. Yeah, truly. I am so honored to meet you, Jane. Truly so looking forward to this. Jane R. Rigby is a graduate of the Eberly College of Science. And listen to this, people. Listen up carefully. She currently serves as the senior project scientist for NASA's Webb telescope. How cool is that? It's incredible to me. In fact, Jane is one of the leaders of the team that commissioned the most powerful telescope ever built. She influences the science program behind the Webb telescope's groundbreaking images, which have fueled discoveries of extrasolar planets, gravitational lenses of galaxy clusters, planetary nebulae, the stellar nurseries, and much, much more. NASA selected Rigby to present and explain these images and other findings to the President and Vice President of the United States. Is that cool? Oh, that needs an applause right there. Jane was named to Nature.com's list of 10 individuals who shaped science in 2022, and to the BBC's list of 100 inspiring and influential women for 2022. She also received NASA's Exceptional Scientific Achievement Medal in 2022. Truly remarkable. As a Schreyer Honors College student at Penn State, Jane served as president of the Astronomy Club, co-founded the AstroFest outreach event, and was a member of the club field hockey team. She's a proud champion for LGBTQ+ inclusion, and she's a founding member of the American Astronomical Society Committee for Sexual Orientation and Gender Minorities in Astronomy, as well as a co-founder of the Inclusive Astronomy 2015 conference. We were showing up. Harry Styles I kind of know, but I know that my students would call her a shero, so that's what I'm going to do. Jane, it is a great honor for us to recognize you and proudly claim you as one of our own.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. President Bendapundi, thank you so much. I'm a little bit speechless. The thing about astronomy is that it's open to everybody. You know, the skies are always there, whether we're looking or not. And the views of the universe that we've seen in the last year with the Webb telescope have been raining down on this planet this whole time. We just haven't had a telescope that has been good enough to see them. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have homework. Okay, Webb telescope, look it up, and spend some time, because one of the lovely things about the last year is that the astronomers have been spending time just wandering, getting lost through the images. They're really gorgeous. It's all really out there. When I came to Penn, so I am first just wanted to thank my family, my parents who are also public school teachers, and my dad is also a volunteer firefighter. Which is why after I got to meet the President of the United States, he called my mom, who didn't pick up her phone, but that's another story. She now has a really cool voicemail. I wanted to thank my sister. I wanted to thank my wife, Andrea, and our kid, Aiden, who wants to know if I've seen any students. Yes. He's 10, and he wants to know if Penn State would be a good place for him, so I'm taking notes. Yeah. And I wanted to thank the faculty of the departments of physics and of astronomy, many of whom are here today, who really taught me how to do my profession and introduced me to this whole sweeping story of modern astronomy, which is the story of how we all got here, right? I mean, we're working to understand how you make stars, how you make solar systems, how galaxies like our Milky Way got started. And that's a beautiful story, and it's a story that we're all part of, right? The atoms in your body, except for the hydrogen, which was made in the Big Bang, all the other atoms in your body were made in stars. And so, Carl Sagan used to say that we're made of star stuff. That's not hyperbole, you literally are. And so astronomy really is the story of how we got to be here. I wanted to especially thank Professor Jane Charlton of the Department of Astronomy and Astrophysics, who was my research mentor when I was here. I started research as a freshman, and because I didn't know any better, I was like, sure, can I do something? And the answer was yes. And it really was jumping into the deep end, but it was jumping into the deep end with some water wings, those little things you wear? That's called mentoring. And with water wings, the deep end isn't so bad. And you start paddling around and you're like, oh, this is all really cool. One of the first things that I did was Jane gave me a proposal, because it was kind of an emergency and it was the last minute, and the grad student who had written it the last time was in the hospital. And so they're like, well, this proposal didn't win time on the Hubble Space Telescope last time. That's okay, most of them don't. Like 5 out of every 6 get rejected because there's just not enough time. So it didn't win, can you make it better? And that was like low stakes, right? You're like, well, the worst I can do, but it was also totally the deep end, right? Write a proposal to use what was then the best telescope in the world and make it work. And it was just getting to do real research from the get-go that really got me started into doing what I do today. I want to point out that you're giving me credit for getting a big telescope to work, and I played a good role in that, but there were 20,000 people who built the Webb telescope over several decades. And it really does take, that's how science gets done, is these teams of people. It really has been an honor to be a part of that team. I wanted to thank the Eberly College of Science and the Schreier Honors College for giving me a full scholarship so that I could come to Penn State. That was key. And I wanted to thank my scientific colleagues, because for me, I got into this for the space, but I stayed for the people. And so I just want to close with gratitude and with just a reminder that the skies are out there for everyone, and part of what we're doing is both figuring it out, telling the world, and then broadening the participation in who can do that figuring out. So thank you.